Happy Saturday, everybody. Dustin Starr here for the official live reaction. And as you can see, I am in the car. There's Randy back there. Hey, Randy, did you get your shout out on TV today? Say hello. Randy's in the house. Of course, we've got the water situation taken care of. KJ Rock is here. I don't know if you guys know KJ just yet. And CJ Blaine, you've seen him on Memphis Wrestling. We're all in the car here. Gun Show is actually trailing behind us. And we're headed out to Dyersburg, Tennessee for the Dyer County Fair for the 4th year in a row. And this is huge because I grew up. That's where I cut my teeth growing up and wrestling in Dyersburg. But I'm actually driving the ring truck right now. So I can't really read your comments all that well because I'm hauling a 20-foot trailer. But we've got Memphis Wrestling tonight at the Dyer County Fair in Dyersburg, Tennessee. We have a huge triple threat match for the Memphis Heritage Championship. Aaron Roberts, who is billed from the Dirty Burg, 420 pounds worth of him, is going to defend the Memphis Heritage Championship against the Gun Show and the big main K Toomer tonight live. And it's free with paid fair admission. Dyer County Fair is one of the biggest fairs in West Tennessee. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'll do my best to go live or to post some reels tonight. If not, it'll be possibly tomorrow. I see Bo here saying that Simon is innocent. If you guys saw the program today, Psycho Simon made it perfectly clear that he does not give a shit about Jay Webb's teddy bear. And that's what he said on the program. I think it was bleeped out, but looks like we've got a huge match coming up between Psycho Simon, potentially, and Jay Webb. But anyway, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and put those in the comments. If there's anything specific that you want to talk about, like the Sandman, how freaking cool was it, albeit maybe a little hokey, that the Sandman, ECW legend, arrives in Memphis Wrestling and takes the righteous path and Reverend Ash Taylor to the woodshed. That was awesome. Thomas says, yellow mercy daddy. Simon doesn't care about anything. What's up, Jeffrey? How are you? William and Jeffrey in the house with those awesome red championship badges. You guys can join the members only. We actually had somebody join today during the program. That was really awesome. Big shout out to them. Hey, Dustin, I hope y'all are driving safely. Ben, of course, man. I'm not very good at driving this trailer, but we're gonna get there. Hold on, I'll get to the rest of your question in just a second, of course. Heading out to Dyersburg, meet and greet 6 o'clock. Bell time is 7 o'clock. How cool was the Sandman making an appearance? Man, the Sandman was super cool. Big shout out to Tommy Dreamer for helping us make that happen. I think the Sandman had such a good time. I would not be surprised if we saw him back in Memphis Wrestling at some point. What happened to the Reverend of Walker Hayes? I have no idea. He's buried somewhere in mediocrity, I would imagine. Gun Show should be driving. You're Gun Show. Have you seen the Gun Show drive? Probably not, but I don't know if I would trust him driving the trailer. Coach Pillar's in the house. Coach Pillar handing over the kendo stick to do the dirty work today. Getting a little revenge on the Reverend Ash Taylor. Patrick's in the house here. People are assuming UWN is dead, but if they were, why air reruns? If you close tomorrow, are you still obligated to put content after? Man, I don't really know how to answer that question. I mean, if you have a wrestling company that is not running shows, but they still have a television program, they're still in business. They're just not putting out any new content. I wish I had more for you, but I don't. Memphis Wrestling's rocking and rolling, I can tell you that, though. Bo says, I'm sure Simon cared about the doll until Jay Webb fired the first shot. Come on, Bo, you know that he did not fire the first shot. Poor Jay Webb is a victim of an attack in the parking lot from Psycho Simon. And for some reason, he's taken this nasty teddy bear called Lucy that means so much to Jay Webb. I have no idea what's going on. It's kind of like WWE where they're fighting over a bracelet, to be perfectly honest with you. Coach Pillar says he told you that he had friends. Yeah, he did. Cosmic Joe's in the house. What's up, Cosmic Joe? Ben, what do you think about Hangman Page burning down Swerve's house on Dynamite? I thought it was very cool. And then immediately when I went to the internet, everybody had to pick out everything that was wrong with it and how it wasn't the same house and all that kind of stuff. People take it a little bit too far, but I thought it was very, very cool. It actually made me want to set a house or a car or something on fire with Memphis Wrestling. How cool would that be? I don't know that we have the budget for that, though. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I thought it was very cool. How do you guys feel about Swerve pretty much immediately being taken out of the world title picture? He wins the championship, gets this big push, and then now he doesn't even get a rematch. I think that's very interesting booking there, if you ask me. But I thought it was a cool spot. What's up, Ronald? How are you? Only got just a couple of minutes here, guys. As you can see, I'm driving. We're in the ring truck. Lots of events coming up, including Jay Lethal, AEW superstar Jay Lethal, next Sunday, September 15th. He's coming along with the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham. Anybody that's looking to be trained as a sports entertainer and professional wrestler, I think right now is the perfect time to go ahead and sign up, because Jonathan Gresham is coming to work with the stars of tomorrow. So check it out, WrestleCenter901.com. Had another new trainee sign up last night, as a matter of fact. Very, very cool. Eddie Kane Man in the house. Thank you so much for the $5 donation, Eddie Kane Man. You're going to have a Memphis Heritage Championship belt very, very soon. Very soon. Reverend Ashtray Taylor and the Wrongful Path learn how to use a Singapore cane today. Somebody asked what the difference in a kendo stick and a Singapore cane is. Well, it looked like Reverend Ash Taylor was wielding a kendo stick, and the Sandman is always wielding a Singapore cane. I guess that's the difference. What's up, Glenn? How are you? Arthur, you said you're in Indy. I don't know that we're going to make it out to Indy. Humboldt 2000. Oh my gosh. What do you want to say about Humboldt 2000, Glenn? Once again, thank you, Eddie Kane, man, for the $5. Oh yeah. You know, we're going to put that towards tickets for somebody that needs them. Don't give Jay Webb Simon's address. He's unhinged. Well, I think it's about time for Jay Webb to be unhinged. He's got to get a little bit of retribution, doesn't he? Just wanted to calm everyone's... Who is this? Patrick. Just wanted to calm everyone's fears. I want new content too, but sure that Dave Marquez has something cooking. Yeah, I think so. I still have not heard anything about a TV date, so I don't have anything new for you there, Patrick. Ronald's in the house. Same haircut as Butthead from Beavis and Butthead, says Brian. Thanks. I think. Southern Junior Heavyweight Championship, you go against the American Dragon. I never did go against the American Dragon. I know somebody else asked me that. I was an NWA Mid-South Junior Heavyweight Champion. That is true. But I never wrestled the American Dragon. Sorry. Eddie Kane, man, I just got a couple more minutes on here. We're driving as safely as we can, headed down I-40 to Dyersburg, Tennessee. It's going to be a ton of fun. It's fair season, so we're Dyer County Fair tonight. And then next Friday the 13th, oh, Friday the 13th, we're in Halls, Tennessee for the Lauderdale County Fair. And then fast forward to September 23rd, which is a Monday night. We're going to be at Landers Center for the Mid-South Fair. That's going to be a ton of fun. Who's in the back? We've got CJ Blaine in the back. We've got Randy, the security, in the back. Also the Waterman. And then also we've got KJ Rocket in the back. Old age argument, sports entertainment, or is it wrestling? Where do you sway, Dustin? Well, watching our show, we're definitely wrestling, but then also, as you can see today with the Sandman, and like so many others, there's definitely a lot of sports entertainment involved. So I think classic mixture of old school Memphis wrestling, Southern style, but then also some new school sports entertainment as well. That's what I would say. like the way you made Big John Dalton's color into black and white. Rob, yeah, man, well, we didn't really want to. I didn't expect Big John Dalton to bleed like a stuck pig. Oh my gosh, he was bleeding everywhere. And I think that cut was in his hairline up here, so it was even hard to see exactly where it was coming from, but he was bleeding a lot. And due to our television situation, we had to turn the screen black and white on that one. If it's a bloody nose, bloody lip, something like that, you know, that's not a big deal. But then when you have puddles and puddles of blood like Big John Dalton did, not only does it make you a little bit nervous, but we do have to censor a little bit. Can your wrestlers make it to WWE? Yes, actually we have several that are being looked at as far as potentially being prospects for WWE. Dalton was a bloody mess, Keith. Yep. Appreciate Bradley helping Big John Dalton build some character. Okay. We'll see. When I'm pretty sure September the 20th, that's a Friday, in New Albany, Mississippi, at Big John Dalton's school, where he's a senior and a captain on the baseball team. Be out at Ingomar for a huge fundraiser, and I'm sure that Big John Dalton can't wait to get his hands on Big Nasty Phil and Main Event Bradley. Is he on blood thinners, man? I don't know about all that, Rob. That's a great question, though. Like the content. Thank you so much, brother. Hey, Andrea, how are you? I see a question about Gun Show versus Danny Limelight for the UWN title. I don't think the UWN would allow us to book that, because if we did, there would be a new United Wrestling Network World Champion, and at least the title would be active at that point. But I honestly do not think that there's any way in the world that Danny Limelight would beat the Gun Show, especially in the Gun Show's backyard at the WrestleCenter. And you can quote that, baby. Also, free watch party tonight, AEW All Out. It's absolutely free at Dave & Buster's in Memphis. Plus, you'll get a free power card. I'll be at the Dyer County Fair. Some other fans will be back here in Memphis watching AEW. Baseball team needs to bring all the bats that day. Hey, Dustin, is Chris Masters on Memphis Wrestling? Yes, he has been on Memphis Wrestling. There was actually a Master Lock Challenge. You go check that out in the playlist. Just search Chris Masters, it'll come up. Or Chris Masters Memphis Wrestling. Maybe once UWN gets back up, it could happen. Well, Patrick, I just said they don't want it to happen. There's no way that they would send Danny Limelight to Memphis Wrestling to go one-on-one with the Gun Show, because Danny Limelight would return to California without a championship belt. They would not like that so much. Hello from UK. What's going on, man? Thank you so much, Scott. We appreciate you joining us here. I think Gaston filled a bucket list. A woman touched him. Two women at once today. Triple threat. Actually, not triple threat. Handicap match. He certainly did get his butt kicked, too. Planted with a DDT. Still trying to figure out what John Layfield said to Namath. Not sure, but I do have a message out to JBL. Joe Tessitore debuted on Raw. I thought Joe Tessitore did a great job. I thought it was fantastic. If there was anything I could change, maybe a little bit more excitement in his voice on certain things. But man, this dude was doing his reads like seamlessly. Absolutely spectacular, I thought. Especially first time, no pressure, right? You open to possibly joining the NWA? No, I don't think there's any benefit of joining the NWA. Antonio, I think we're doing just fine without him. Last year on this channel, we had 4.8 million views already. In 2024, we have 3.5 million views. Not sure what the NWA would do to help us. That's not throwing shade. I'm just saying we're doing good by ourselves. Also, we're partnered with Reality of Wrestling, and you know the partnership with United Wrestling Network, talent-wise. Yeah, I don't think that an NWA partnership is necessary at all. My favorite broadcaster, one of them, has definitely got to be Pete Pranica. I love Pete. Pete can do soccer. Pete can do wrestling. Pete can do basketball. Pete's the man. If you're talking about wrestling, though, I'm a big fan of Michael Cole. Michael Cole very rarely ever messes up. He very rarely ever misspeaks. He doesn't say, He rarely even looks down at his paper to see what he's even talking about. I mean, Michael Cole is very, very good. Who's the guy on TNA right now? He used to be on Raw.
Matthews?
No, not Josh Matthews, the other one. Who's on TNA right now? I think Makari needs to put X-Lax in the candy bucket. Ooh, that's actually a good idea. But then we'd make a mess in the WrestleCenter. That's not the kind of mess. All Out is actually today. So Keith, All Out is today. Jordan Gray scheduled to appear on WWE. Yeah, what about that Memphis Wrestling Karma? Heck yeah, Jordan Grace appearing on the program last week and 2 weeks ago. Then now she's defending the TNA Knockouts World title on WWE NXT, which is, I think, the premiere on the CW. That's huge. CM Punk is going to be on that show as well, from what I hear. That's right, Tom Hannafin. I don't know if it's Hannafin, but Tom Hannafin. Well, all of you are saying Tom Hannafin. I'm a big fan of his as well. I think he's very good. He very rarely misspeaks. I actually, sometimes when WWE gets rid of broadcasters, I don't even understand it. To be perfectly honest with you, sometimes when I see them get rid of a broadcaster, I go, oh, I have zero chance then. No chance. If you get rid of Tom Hannafin, are you kidding me? Jeez. He's one of the best. Love seeing my girls DDT and Makari, says Andrea. Hope they finally shut Lord Gaston up. I find that very hard to believe. I don't know if they've shut him up for good, but they shut him up for today. 5-star fan cam in the house. What's up, 5-star fan cam, Fred? Oh yeah. Get over here. Headed to Dyersburg, Tennessee. Eddie Kane Main said, but they got rid of Jerry Lawler. Well, I don't blame them for getting rid of Jerry Lawler. You do age out at some point. That's not really throwing shade. Yeah, health issues plus age issues. Yeah, man.
It's probably better for them.
WWE is very much like the New England Patriots. Let's be honest. The Patriots know exactly when somebody is pretty much done. And they let them go. And that's what WWE does very, very well. I'll give you a prime example. Jeff Hardy. Everybody was really, really mad that Jeff Hardy was released by WWE. WWE was confident and stood behind it. Jeff Hardy went to AEW. Guess what happened? Got in trouble again. He was never the same. And I just feel like WWE is a step ahead of everybody else, just like the Patriots were back, you know, for the last 20 years, honestly. Raw or SmackDown. I don't know that Joe Hendry goes to Raw or SmackDown. I think Joe Hendry's probably extremely happy with his TNA and NXT thing. Maybe you'll see Joe Hendry in the Royal Rumble. Memphis Wrestling is the heart of wrestling. Thank you so much, Burnt Popcorn. Selling kendo sticks could be dangerous. I swear, I think we sold every kendo stick and every action figure before we were like a quarter way through that VIP line, guys.
Even sold the broken kendo stick.
And the broken kendo stick sold too. That was awesome. Jade Lethal and Memphis Wrestling. Andrea, it's going to be absolutely awesome. If you guys are interested in attending, go to memphiswrestling.tv, use the code word lethal, and you'll save $5 per ticket. Jay Lethal in the house at the same time as Jonathan Gresham. And if you guys don't know the history between those two, go check it out. Former Ring of Honor tag team champions. Also bitter enemies towards the end of that. They have a long history. Caleb Braxton for Super Bout with the interviews. That's actually not a bad idea, but I don't know that Caleb Braxton would sell any tickets, which Todd Kinley, I like Todd Kinley a lot. I was able to work side by side with him. Coach Pillar says, yeah, I love Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett, I worked with him in Florida Championship Wrestling and WWE Developmental. He is fantastic. Ian Riccabon, no, I wouldn't bring him, I don't think. Terrence Ward is the man. You think Ian is a better ring announcer than Terrence Ward? Brandon says Chris Jericho has aged out. I'm not a fan of his, thank you, 5-star fan cam Fred. Not a fan of the new learning tree. Hope he channels Macho Man. You want Black Machismo in Memphis Wrestling? Like to see Jay Lethal in Memphis Wrestling? Oh yeah, dig it, Keith, he's coming. September 15th, that's next Sunday.
Learning tree is great with Big Bill, though.
Yeah, well, if anything, the learning tree is going to help Big Bill get a job somewhere else.
He looks great. Like,
He looks awesome. Magical, something special. Searching for these days. Well, thank you, Burnt Popcorn. I appreciate that. Terrence has slowly come over to the winning side week by week. Yeah, I don't like some of the sly stuff that Terrence has been saying lately, but I guess I don't have to agree with it. This trailer's like having a wrestling match, guys. All right, guys, we are headed to Dyersburg, Tennessee. Thank you guys so much. If you're watching this and I'm no longer live, you can put your questions and topics in the comments. I'll do my best to go back and respond to those. And then also be on lookout for some content tonight live from the Dyer County Fair. I'm going to go have a pronto pup with a couple of my boys. You and Todd Kinley are my dream commentary team. I'd like to hear you guys together on a show. Patrick, I appreciate that. We did do commentary, but Blake Bulletproof Troop was there as well, who I'm a big fan of his commentary too. I was at Black Machismo's wedding in 2007. Oh, that's really cool. Is Gun Show going to win tonight? It's a big triple threat for the Memphis Heritage Championship. We will see. Boom! All right, folks, I am Dustin Starr. That's our live reaction, and I'll see you at bell time.